They're a battalion of baby-faced soldiers, and veteran Lee Marvin is the only one who could whip them into shape. They'll have to earn the Big Red One, next on HBO.
His mother turned her back on him. Her lover has never even faced him.
Your father.
I ain't nobody's father.
His family are strangers, and strangers are his only friends.
Mom, you see you boxing every game.
But one man loves him.
I want you to become my son more than anything else in this whole world.
For a boy born with enemies, that could just be enough. Isaac Littlefeathers, tomorrow on HBO.
October 14, 1964, the Tokyo Olympics. Billy Mills is about to run the biggest race of his life. An American Indian, he learned that running could set him free.
It's not too late for you. You still got a chance.
But living in the white man's world wouldn't be easy.
They won't allow Indians in the fraternity.
All right, Chief.
Look, don't call me Chief. You see the way Chief on here? I don't want you calling me Chief. I'm not a chief.
Well, what are you then?
I'm a freshman.
They said he couldn't make it, that he didn't have the heart.
You know why I always had you run in front? Because it takes a winner to come from behind.
Does it have anything to do with you being Indian?
I'm half white also. I don't know which half loses. Do you?
He ran for his country. He ran for his people. He ran for himself. Robbie Benson in the true story of Billy Mills, Running Brave. Thursday on HBO.
Movie magic. On the screen, we see fast action and excitement. But behind the scenes, we see an entirely different story. Let's take a look. The buildings were built 2 days earlier in the back lot of the studios at Las Colinas in Dallas, Texas. They were erected on an angle so the concussion from the mortar blast would be deflected from the talent. No glass was used. Everything was secured twice to prevent flying objects. The buildings are actually just facades. They're spaced just far enough apart for the emergency fire truck to drive between and still fill the frame. In areas where stuntmen would fall, the ground was softened, and all rocks were removed. You won't see this crew smoking cigarettes, because as they worked on the front side, the pyrotechnics worked on the back side. 2 shotgun blasts were prepared with squibs. The squibs were put in place with putty, and talcum powder is blown through a straw into the front side of pre-drilled holes. More putty is put over the talcum, and then the front is dressed so the camera can't see them. Each squib is wired to an electrical charge that sets them off, clearing the holes and shooting the talcum out for visual effect. 2 mortars with an explosive charge of gasoline are placed in the ground and angled away from the buildings. Gary Paul has asked for a blast 20 feet wide and 60 feet tall. Special effect debris is the last thing placed in the mortars. The mortars are wired to an electrical charge and fired on cue. As night falls, the cables are buried. The lights are fired up and tweaked in. The cameras are finally ready to roll. 3 professional stuntmen stay just out of frame. Each is assigned to a certain area, and in an emergency, they are the first to arrive. They are backed up by 2 fire marshals, a water truck, and 2 paramedics with a full portable burn unit and life support system ambulance. Finally, at 3 in the morning, the big moment has arrived. The feeling on the set was tense and exciting. Most of the actors had not worked this close to an explosion before and didn't know what to expect. But each move had been choreographed for safety. The Texas stuntmen's experience and professional attitude built confidence in the talent and the crew. Then it happened. 2 wild flashes right next to you lit up the sky. The noise was heard 10 miles away. The heat warmed your skin, and the rumble shook your bones. The blasts were perfect, just as planned. But a more dangerous stunt still needed to be filmed. For the first time, a stuntman was going to do a body burn without using a fireproof hood. Zell gel, a fire-protecting gel, was placed all over our director, Gary Paul. He's the senior stuntman for the Texas Stuntman's Association, and it was decided he should be the one to attempt this dangerous stunt. The Zell gel allows us to see facial expression, and it worked perfectly.
Well, I can roll 'em, blow 'em, layer on the side, buckle me up and I'm ready to drive. Roll with Hal and Dawn, and Nicky, Son, Gary and Shane and Mark and John. I can ride, let her slide, turn her loose. Well, I'm ready to ride. I've been scorched and torched and knocked plumb blind just to make old birds come out looking fine. I've been gagged and dragged and hit upside the head, blown to the roof and left for dead. I can ride, let us slide, buckle me up and I'm ready to drive.
Champions.
Life to me is riding racehorses.
The incredible story of two remarkable athletes who would not give up.
Well, how long have I got to live?
Without treatment, 8 months, a year at the most.
Might have been kinder to put him down.
That's out of the question.
The pain,
It doesn't look as if you're going to make a comeback riding my horses, does it?
the struggle,
It's time you face facts. Riding again was a dream.
the hope,
I'm bloody well going to win.
courage. For a horse, it is running. For a man, it is winning. Champions, a true story, a stirring triumph.
Today on HBO. They were two very different men. One driven by faith.
I believe that God made me for a purpose. And when I run, I feel his pleasure.
The other by prejudice.
It's a compulsion, a weapon.
Against what?
Being Jewish, I suppose.
Bound together by a common goal.
I can run fast. Perhaps faster than any man ever ran. I want that Olympic medal.
This was the 1924 Olympics, when a noble few would sacrifice everything but honor.
Aubrey, I've known the fear of losing, but now I'm almost too frightened to win.
Gallant men with hope in their hearts and wings on their heels. A winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Chariots of Fire.
Friday on HBO.
Get it all this fall on HBO.
The following movie has been rated PG by the Motion Picture Association of America. Parental guidance is suggested.